Hi everyone. We decided that this week was going to be very different from previous episodes. I thought, why not go through my office and pull out pieces that I bought for one reason or another and actually give you the reasons and tell you a little bit of backstory on some of the things. In previous episodes, I've mentioned that I really respond to whimsy and things that make me smile. And when I saw this piece, I actually bought this at auction. Sadly, two of the places that I used to buy a lot of things from, Whitaker Auction, based out of Philadelphia, and Augusta Auction, based out of Vermont, are no longer doing auctions. But I believe I bought this at Whitaker. They were doing a deaccession of items from FIT. Apparently around 1985, FIT had an exhibition of artists. So there were all kinds of incredibly beautiful, eclectic things. I bought maybe 10 different groupings, everything from felt coats to lucite hats to this hand-painted skirt and blouse with the pom-poms. So in selecting what I was going to share with you today, I wanted to pull iconic items, things that have specific details that I think are beautiful, that also are a key to quality. So I'm going to start with what's here. These are iconic poodle sweaters from the 50s when women wore circle skirts that had poodles on them. This one is a zip back and this one is a button front cardigan. And the poodles on this are appliqued as well as on this top. They're felt appliques, but poodle everything was a big deal in the 50s. Also pulled this. I do not remember where I got it from. It doesn't look like it was ever worn. It does not have a Sesame Street tag on the inside. It has the name of the sweatshirt manufacturer, but what I love about this is the applique is front and back. And I don't know if this was branded by Sesame Street, and I don't care because it's fab. Then when I was living on the East Coast, I used to like to go to dance recitals, and I fell in love with Twyla Tharp. And I went and actually saw a dance performance called Push Comes to Shove. This is the t-shirt. I did not buy this when I went to see. It just came to me magically. It has the date of 1976 on it. And of course I got this because it is a memory of mine. That's another thing. I like to buy things that strike a chord in my memory, which explains these fantastic but god-awful 1970s polyester shirts. This one is a Maxfield Parrish painting. It's a Playboy Parrish shirt. And if you look at the print, you'll actually see subtle planting of women, kind of burlesque women, placed strategically. And another 70s god-awful shirt was, if any of you have seen Fantasia, this is a Disney film with Mickey Mouse as the star. And in the 70s, Kennington was a big men's shirt maker. I've had a few with other prints that Mickey Mouse is hidden in the print, but this is the best one I've ever had. So sometimes the prints can give you a clue as to the background of a piece. The writing in here is French, and it has the date 1938 to August of 1945, August 29th. This is a difficult period to find clothing because of the war and because of the rationing. I've kept this one because I wanted to research what the words are and what the significance is. It's a sweet dress. I can see someone doing the jitterbug wearing this, right? And then this is my favorite piece on the rack because there's a lot going on. It's missing its lining. It's this gorgeous tarnished silver lame, silver netting with beading on top. But the detailing in, like, look at the way the sleeves are cut. It almost has a Renaissance feel to it. And clearly this was made by an important designer, I would imagine a French house, because these materials, these lames, are typically from France. There's no label. I'm sure the label was on the lining, which more than likely disintegrated. When I can finally go back to France, I will take photographs of this and see if I can find it in some of the books. And then last but not least, one of the great pleasures of having this business is I've actually met many contemporary designers. Going even a little bit further back, I met Adolf Schumann, who was the designer for Liliane, when he was preparing a 50-year retrospective in 1983. And then fast forward to 2002, I had the great privilege of meeting Zac Posen right when his career kind of exploded. He was considered the wunderkind and a phenom in the fashion world. And his passion for fashion started at a very early age. Our connection and our friendship continued over the years, and I would go visit his studios, see him and his sister Alexandra, and his mom, Susan, and I would typically come in with a suitcase full of things that I thought had details or silhouettes that would inspire Zac. And Zac was kind enough to gift me with many pieces from his collection. And one of the pieces he gave me was the dress that launched his career. It is the Empire State dress from fall-winter 2002. If you research this, you'll see Karen Ellison wore this dress. The detail on this is really beautiful, and I love the Art Deco feel of the bodice. I believe this dress really belongs in a museum because Zac was so prolific in the 2000s and 2010s. The moral of the story is, if you look at how something is made, the elements that they use to create it, if it's quality, and if the construction is awesome, it's something you should buy, if the price is right, of course. Some of these pieces are available and may be on the website, but keep in mind that all of these got pulled out of my office, so that means I was hoarding them for some reason. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes, and we also have Instagram where we feature and focus on particular items. With all the craziness going on in the world, focus on the things that give you pleasure and be communicative to the people you love, and be careful, be safe, and be well. Until next time. Bye.